Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Broken Theory Podcast. Today we got a special guest, the homie SR.GENT. What's good, brother?
Hey, what's good, my brother? Appreciate you having me, man.
Appreciate you, man. Let's talk about how you first got into music, man. When did it start for you?
2013. I just came back from Afghanistan, so I was getting medically retired out the army, and then I had time, so I was always downloading music, always on live mixtapes, all that type stuff. Downloaded a couple mixtapes, wasn't really feeling them, so I just decided, I'm gonna go get a studio. I went and got a studio that day, started making music, like just really jumped into it.
When you first got your studio, what was some of the equipment that you got, and how much did that setup cost you?
I think it was like $400. It was what it was, like a Pro Tools Professional, or like it was a little Inbox Mini. I remember that. I know that was the interface, was an Inbox Mini. It came with a little mic, the headphones, that Inbox, and Pro Tools Express, I think, or something like that. And it was like $400. Then I went and bought a computer. Computer might have been like $1,500. So I don't know, it's probably about $2,000. Then I had a studio.
Yep. So what's the process like as far as making music with you? How do you go about that creativity?
I really just play the beat, and then stuff come to my head. Like, it's just really a spontaneous process. I don't really know what the song gonna be. I don't even know if it's gonna be a song until it just is one.
Absolutely. Can you tell us about your early influences and how they helped shape your style?
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Early influences, Tupac for sure. That's probably like the first artist I ever was like, dang, music.
You
is
definitely
really...
remind me of him, bro. For real, bro. You definitely remind me of Tupac.
That'd be crazy. I get that a lot too, and that'd be just crazy when people be saying that. I'm just like, damn. But nah, hey, that's the greatest comparison a nigga probably could get in my book. You feel me? Just not even from the music standpoint. There's a lot of aspects to Tupac, his life, his whole family, all type of stuff that happened. It's just very similar, and I could see the comparison to things I went through. I relate to it a lot, you know what I mean? So the music just was the first way I was introduced to him.
I got you.
But definitely then you got like Michael Jackson too, man. Like Michael Jackson and Tupac, that's it, probably super extreme on different sides, but that's what it was, because Mike was Mike.
I mean, it just speaks on who you are as an artist, you know what I'm saying, as far as the level of greatness that you hold yourself to, as far as a standard, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, definitely. So those guys for sure. And then of course, like the Hot Boys. When the Hot Boys came through, yeah, that was different. You know what I mean? I was already on all the West Coast stuff with anything, NWA, all that, just because I'm born in Arizona, but when the Hot Boys came, that took me all the way to the South. Nigga, everybody wanted to be from New Orleans, from Louisiana somewhere.
Nice. I dig it.
But yeah, so those probably the biggest influences.
Okay. Now, how was the hip hop scene in Arizona? You mentioned that you grew up in Arizona. What was it like kind of dabbling in hip hop in Arizona?
It was really just an extension of everything from Cali, everything from DJ Quick and NWA and Messy Marv, and just anything, all the West Coast niggas, everybody, E40 and them, everybody.
Okay. So y'all was getting a taste of everything pretty much before the rest of the world did.
Oh yeah, as far as West Coast stuff, for sure.
Okay. What was the inspiration behind this latest album that you just dropped?
Oh man, that one was just on some, when I was in Germany, they had festivals, man, they be huge. And then the type of music they play, the energy of the music, the sound, the instrumentation, all of that stuff, that was always really a type of music that I would hear, and I just be like, dang, how do people make these songs, bro? Like, them songs, it just be like, you have to feel them, you know what I mean? And they just be stadium type vibes. So
what would you say is the best representation of like a stadium vibe song? Like, so that people kind of can understand.
The Wiz Khalifa "See You Again" with Charlie Puth.
Wow. Yeah, that song is crazy.
stuff like that. Stuff that's just like people just fly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just be. So that was the inspiration for that. I just wanted to find those type of beats that you have to give that type of performance on, and then just make stuff that I wanted to hear that made me feel good.
The project is titled.
A lot of other people got to feel like me.
The project is titled "Make Energy Great Again." What does that mean to you?
That's what the goal is, man. That's what we need to be focused on, just making energy great again. Because energy is always great. It's great to be alive. We're energy. We're forever beings, but it's not represented at its highest form right now when you look around the earth. Like when I look around, I'm not seeing great energy coming from everybody. It seems like more of negative energy is coming and supported. And look at how they love the trap music and the violence. And I don't believe that the world right now is seeking great energy and uplifting great energy. It seems like the people with the best, most positive energy get ignored for the ignorance.
And why do you feel like that is?
That's just where we at right now as far as humanity, you know what I mean, on a spiritual level, because this is a mass consciousness thing. We got to all decide and elevate and grow past things together. So right now, this where we at right now, because, you know, social media, internet, it ain't that old, and we still very lost in it and comparing ourselves to each other and trying to tear each other down and crazy stuff.
Yeah, man, like that movie, The Matrix, was so ahead of its time. And it's crazy because it came out like right when the internet dropped and people had no idea, like, you know what I mean? Like this is the world they would be living in, just in a different way. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why I say like the internet is younger than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like
nah,
it's not,
real,
this stuff is not old at all. So that's why I be telling people like, man, we got a long way to go. We just getting into this stuff.
So in 2022, you dropped 1992. Can you tell me a little bit about that project and what the process was like creating it?
Oh, see, yeah, that's the whole other side. So see, the festival album just came out in 1992. That one right there that's the beginning. That's everything. That's just one of the most significant incidents of my life was in 1992. And that was the suicide of my mother. So that whole album is based about that incident and all the feelings and things that came after that, and just going through the trauma and the mentality of the hood. And it was crazy.
To be honest, bro, I love that side, like the boom bap original hip hop. Bro, you be killing it. You be killing it for sure, man. So I definitely love that project. It always gets some rotations with me, 100%.
I appreciate that, brother. Definitely appreciate it.
No doubt. What's would you say is your most meaningful song, and why?
Man, it'll have to probably be Why. The song Why. That's the name of the
song. Tell me a little bit about that song, man.
That song is just me questioning myself on realizing that, like, why it took so long to realize that it's cool to be emotional, it's cool to process all this stuff, it's cool to be happy and not angry all the damn time. Like, you don't gotta be what the world wants you to be as a black man from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So
what brought you to that?
That is just like, why?
No, go ahead, bro.
I said, no, that's what that is, just like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why are we afraid to cry, afraid to feel, afraid to be vulnerable? Like, that's a major issue with black men. Black men is drastically containing their feelings and bottling stuff up to a very unhealthy level.
Absolutely. What brought you to that realization?
Not even just black men, but all men, just so people are clear. When I say black man, I speak because I am a black man. I usually speak about myself. But all men are dealing with this.
Mm-hmm. What brought you to that realization?
Oh, just my daughter, having a daughter, because never really had any other reason to have to go to certain levels of emotion. I wasn't willing to do that for anybody else because it didn't matter enough. Mm-hmm. But with my daughter, you feel me? Just, hey, it is what it is. You feel me?
You got to, man.
Can't do that about that. That's baby girl. So, hey.
How do you balance staying true to your roots while evolving your sound?
Finesse, baby.
Girl, no, there's just only me. Like the roots, I know who I am, know where I came from. That's just what it is. But there's nothing that I gotta stay true to. I'm always true to me. That's it. but I don't have to be like true and loyal to the hood or to no image of the hood. Like, man, everything about me is really what it is. I ain't never lied in no song I ever said, nothing. So anybody want to go check any hood I said I'm from, they go be like, nah, yeah, for real, it's really what Buddy
They really
said.
know you, yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, it's really what he said. So it don't even matter. Like, it don't matter to me. Like, so if I drop a pop album or this album or a lot of rappers like, nah, that ain't my demographic, bro. I don't want to look like I don't never think that, because I know what I am. Like, I wish somebody would play, no matter what kind of music I drop.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't change who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So,
How
but
do you
I want to feel good.
How do you handle criticism and stay motivated in a competitive industry like it is in these days with like social media and stuff like that?
I don't even hear it for real. Like, I don't consider it criticism like a bad thing. So I don't hear negative. I don't hear negativity. I really don't. So if I be like, hey, what do you think about this song, whatever, and somebody be like, oh, I like your R&B sound more, I like your 1992 rap style more, I like your pop style, whatever somebody might like. I don't care if they be like, oh yeah, I don't really care for this or that. I'm like, okay, cool, appreciate it. I learned from this person who this music is for, and all different stuff. Like,
it just helps you get it to your right audience as far as like the criticism that you receive is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like,
I got you.
Because I like everybody's stuff. Out of the top 100 charts right now, I probably only like 20 songs. And that don't mean the other 80 ain't good, but they ain't for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it takes a lot of recognition, you know what I mean, to know like what's your lane and what's not. You know what I mean? What is some advice? It's more just... Go ahead, bro.
Oh, but with me, it's more just fun for real, bro. Like, I don't even... Not that I don't care, because I definitely want people to enjoy my music, the people that it's for. But for real, when I be making music, I just like challenging myself and seeing what else I can do creatively, sonically. Like, now I want to go and do a country album, bro. Like, for real. So, you know what I mean? Because people been saying they hear like country aspects in my sound, and I hear it too, and I know I could probably just go crazy. So we gonna see.
Yeah, and it starts with just that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking of something that you want to do and just doing it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But that's the only part that's fun to me. Like, I don't like doing the same thing, because like basically any one of my albums, I can make 1,000 of those songs like that. And I probably already have, so that stuff is not fun to me. After I run through so many style of the same song, then I would stop doing that, because that's just not challenging. It's not using my creativity to do new stuff. So.
No, I feel it, man. I've always loved all of the artists that like when they drop something new, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
What's some advice that you would give an upcoming artist?
Create a revenue stream before you try to make a revenue stream with music. Have one already there. Just don't even do music if you don't already have a second revenue stream. A first revenue stream, matter of fact. Music has to be your second revenue stream.
Explain why that is, though, real quick. Go in depth a little bit so people could understand.
Because you can't do nothing in music if you don't have a revenue stream. You're going to be one of these artists out here begging for shit. And that's what it's going to look like. Just, hey, let's do this. Oh, well, once I get on, well, you know, listen to my music. You're going to be expecting that people are going to think your music is so dope, they'll do stuff for you for free until you get on. And you don't want to be that artist.
Nah, not at all.
So just, even if you got to work at fucking McDonald's, they don't care, because that McDonald's check is going to be able to let you make moves in the industry.
You always got to push it forward.
Yeah, niggas be thinking, like, I ain't about to work, bro. I'm an artist. I'm like, bro, do what you got to do and do your thing. These people tripping out here.
Nah, for real. I mean, you always got to take care of home base.
Exactly.
How do you stay creative in a game that is always evolving?
Well, I'm just a creative, so I'm always inspired to create. And so I just decide of new things I want to do. Like, I don't listen to the industry. I mean, I listen to music and whatever stuff that goes viral, the biggest stuff that I hear, but I don't never listen to it to steer me and guide me where to go. I just do whatever I be thinking about. Like, I'm always thinking to create shit. So it's just based on what I want to do, because music doesn't pay me. So music to me is just what I'm doing. Like, I'm just about to put the money behind music to run the type of campaign I need to run for it. So me doing music is just more of because I really have a passion to create and do music. Yes, I do know that my sound is a sound that can be very major, but that's not what I'm doing it for. I make plenty money outside of music. So yeah.
What would you say is the best piece of advice that you got, coming up as an artist?
To go to school. That was it. And I got that from my dad. That wasn't even from nobody in the industry.
Yeah, no doubt.
So for real, nobody in the industry tried to, I can't say nobody in the industry tried to help me for real. Because every interaction I had with somebody in the industry, as far as somebody in a position of power that could put my music in a place that could change my life, every one of those people were clearly out for their own benefit, more than my benefit, meaning they wanted to own more of my music catalog than I would own and make more money off of it than me. So they weren't trying to give me any advice to really better myself. They just tried to get me to sign deals with them.
Okay. And do you think, based on like the experience that you had with the industry, do you think that's why you took the independent route like you did?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no good record deal. The only way you're gonna get a good record deal is, and it's not gonna be a record deal. So yeah, there is no good record deal. You can get good partnerships, but as far as if you have a record deal with a record label, you're losing. It doesn't matter who you are, or how big you are. None of that matters. If you have a record deal, you are losing. Now, if you have a partnership, like a joint venture or some other negotiation, then that could be whatever it is. But to get that, you're going to already have to bring so much to the table to where you're already making 6 figures and more off your music.
And you're just making it bigger using their machine.
Finesse.
Exactly. So that's a partnership. So there's some great partnerships people got with labels, but that's a different thing.
Now, would you be open to something like that, like a good partnership with a label, or are you just completely trying to do it independent the whole time?
A partnership with a label is still independent. A partnership with a label is just like a partnership with anybody else. It's just, here's the terms of what we're doing. They don't get any controlling or administration rights. It's literally a profit share. They get a profit for you using their machine. So they might get 20, 30% or whatever the case is. But I would never enter a situation until that gives anybody any control over anything I do. That's just over with. I'm way past that point in life.
At what point did you kind of realize that?
When I bought my first house. I was 31. So I was like, all right, well, that's it. Because there's no reason. Like, I'm good. I'm way too, the situation I'm in now, I'm straight. I don't need nobody be giving me nothing, especially not if they talking about do this and do that and you can't do this, or like, what?
And they taking
like,
a
that sounds real
percentage,
crazy to me. You feel me? That sounds real crazy to me.
Nah, I dig it. It's definitely about like the position that you're in. You know what I mean? Like, these labels sometimes will wave money in front of you to see if you move. And it's like, if you've never seen $20,000 cash before and they're offering it to you right then and there, you're going to sign whatever that contract says. And it's like, it's fucked up because the game is built to prey on people like that don't know no better, that don't have nobody that ever reached, any level of heights to know anything about contracts or anything. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. But can you talk about ownership and what it means to you? I know you're definitely owning everything that you release. What brought you to that point, or how did you learn about that?
Yeah, I went to the Berkeley College of Music. That's what I did when I got out the Army. So learned a lot of all the music business and just how to make sure that the music's protected and that you own it for the 70 years after the death of the artist. And then that copyright can be renewed. So they can still get paid even after 70 years after the death of the artist, as long as they renew it. So all of that stuff is mainly because of my daughter. Because I know for a fact at some point my music is going to be extremely popular. And that's just because the music that I make, the feedback that I've gotten for all these years it's always been the same. Like the people that my music is for, when they hear it, the feedback I get from them, I know I did what I had to do. Like it's crazy. They literally be like, bro, yo, this shit is crazy. I can't believe these are your songs type stuff. Like really tripping. So I'm just be chilling, like boom, whenever it happens, it doesn't matter because it's like building my estate to me. That's how I look at it.
It's like intellectual property type thing.
Yeah, music is really more valuable than gold. You take one song, right? That one song can make you $100 million. But if you take $1 million in gold, that $1 million in gold can't do anything but be $1 million. So songs and music and intellectual property have unlimited earning potential. That's why we have to own it, because it's unlimited. We don't even know what it's worth. It's invaluable.
That's a crazy perspective, man. How do you stay grounded and true to yourself during the industry pressures? You know what I'm saying? Like, you may drop a project. Is there like a certain not limitation, but like a standard of like how you drop things every time?
Nah, I just put 14 songs on the album. I don't know. I just always been sticking with 14 because I have a lot of songs. So I just be trying to put a nice little selection of them out at a time. But nah, I don't be really having no procedure to it. I always pick a date that means something to me and then just release it for real. Like I say, I have no pressure. Like I'm not expecting to drop my music and blow up and be traveling doing concerts. And I'm not really trying to even do that. I just know it's weird. Put it this way. I know that my music is going to take me places and become crazy and they're going to demand all this stuff from me. I've already seen it. Like I be having visions. I'm a very spiritual person, but that's not that's not the most exciting thing about my life to me.
Yeah. Your most exciting
like I'm
thing
not
to
like
your
waiting
life
on
is your
that.
life.
Yeah, like I just do that and do the SR.GENT stuff because that's who I am. I look at it as a gift that the universe gave me and I'm not gonna waste it. So I built it out. I'm gonna make the music. I'm gonna do everything and I'm gonna go through it, whatever. But I'm not like hungry, like, man, I can't wait. Like, why I ain't blew it yet? Like, why? Hey, dang, bro, what I gotta do, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't tripping.
Nah, I got you. What does your daily routine look like when you're working on new music?
Nothing, just because my studio's at the crib. So it don't even be daily or whenever. It just be literally whenever I go in there and want to record. Like me and a songwriter I was working with, we just did a dope track. It has like a Billie Eilish, Lana Del Rey vibe. It's crazy. And that's just what we did. You know, so it don't never be no planned stuff. It just be, I might just walk through the studio and be like, oh, dang, all right, boom. I might be driving and hear a song with a crazy beat and be like, oh, shit, damn. I start coming up with stuff like, all right, shit, I need to hit the studio. Like,
With having the studio at the house, how do you manage your time between creating music, performing, and handling the business side of your music?
Well, it's all the same. Like I say, for me, all I do is, like the business side, man, people be acting like it's a lot, but if I release an album, it takes like an hour to do all the music business that has to be done. Every bit of it takes like 1 hour. So it ain't really even that serious. I know it's crazy that the industry's so messed up about music business that 99% of artists don't do it, don't want to, but it take like an hour to do all the music business you got to do for a whole album. So that's probably the easiest part. I spend way more time recording the music and waiting to get the mix and masters back and distributing it and waiting for them to upload it to stores.
Mm-hmm. But like, as far as managing your time, like staying in the studio, like, do you ever leave the studio when you're at the house, or is it something that like you always have to go every day?
Finesse,
Like you
baby.
just make it a habit?
Oh, nah, I don't even like when I first started recording, I was recording like 12 hours a day for real. It was crazy. So that's why, and I did that for a long time. Like, bro, I probably recorded like that for like 7, 8 years. Literally just, I got about 2,000 tracks or more for real. And these are tracks I'm talking about that are actual tracks. The tracks I done got running through, it's been thousands and thousands. And I'm just like, nah, whatever. But so now I don't record that much anymore unless I just be like, okay, I want to do this album, or I want to do this, or I want to do some specific, or I'm working with songwriters or working with producers or artists, because I do more of that, working with other people.
What sacrifices have you made for your music career?
Yeah, honestly, just time and money. Like, I could have did a lot of other things, like, because I did put like 8 to 12 hours in a day for years, in which case I could have been building other companies and I could have been traveling, just enjoying more of my time, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I was putting in like 60 to 80 hours a week, man. You feel me? Just locked in. So that would be the biggest thing, was just time and money. Spent a lot of money on just mixing and mastering beats, equipment.
Like things that you don't even use right now.
Definitely. And then even with videos and production and stuff. So that's how I got into turning that into a company.
Talk about that for a second. How did you start getting a love for film?
Well, originally I just needed video, so I just was gonna buy the camera, let somebody use it, so it'd be cheaper for me if I already had the equipment. But then when I got the camera, it's just the same. It's the same as anything else when you're creating. So with me, create anything creative where I could be creative and make something, that's my world. So it just was instant. As soon as I got the camera, it's like, oh dang, boom, boom. And then it was crazy because I've been doing this now right at 2 years, but I meet people that's been doing it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And when they talk to me and see how my setup is, they think I've been doing it longer than them. But I only been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You definitely capitalized on that, man. And it just shows, you know what I mean, moving from one business to another, you know, how everything moves in the same direction in other areas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you could talk to your younger self and give SR.GENT a piece of advice, what would you say and why?
Shit, I was telling definitely about not being angry, that it ain't that serious, man, because it was bad when I was younger. That would be the best advice I could give is to calm down. Definitely need to relax, my boy, before you end up somewhere crazy. But like I say, thankfully it didn't go that way. I didn't end up in prison or dead and nothing like that. So, but yeah, calm down. It would have made for a lot less major situations that didn't have to go.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I appreciate it. Is there anything you're working on now that's coming next, or anything you want to say to the fans real quick?
Yeah, now I'm working on kind of a storytelling album. It's called Long Time Coming. So that one will be dropping. That one kind of is about as close to 1992 as it's gonna get. But I say it's a lot smoother than 1992.
Okay. That's what's up. How long you been working on that for?
I haven't even really been working on it. That's the crazy part. Like when I be doing albums, I did 2 songs. And when I heard them 2 songs, one of them is called Long Time Coming. And then I was like, dang, I need a whole vibe like this, because it was a different little sound, a little vibe. So I was like, I bet. So now I'm just gonna go pick all the other beats. Whenever I want to do an album, I go find all the beats that sound like that. And then it normally take about anywhere from 2-3 days to like 2-3 weeks. And then I'd be done with like 20 songs. And then I pick 14 of them.
Okay. And what is that process like? You know, picking the 14. How do you know what 14 are the ones?
I just keep playing them. I be listening to them, just running around and playing them. Like, I don't really involve other people in my process. Whenever I be dropping albums, people around me that know me might have heard them if I sent them songs and stuff, but these songs already done, mixed and mastered. I'm not sending them to them to like change up nothing. I'm just like, here, this is what it is.